Welcome back into the GSMC Sports Podcast for our final segment of the day, where I want to touch on Angel Reese's double-double streak. And the Chicago Sky rookie has been, you can say she's been a phenom since she was with LSU during the college days, won a national championship there, and she currently has the longest streak of double-doubles in WNBA history, with 14 that she added to that total with the Sky's game on Wednesday afternoon against the Atlanta Dream. And she is having an incredible rookie season across the board and is going to be, of course, in conversations for the Rookie of the Year award. It's her and it's Caitlin Clark. You look at her numbers across the board: 14 points per game, 11.9 rebounds per game, with some pretty good defensive metrics as well. Now, she was just named as well Eastern Conference Player of the Year, or of the week, I should say, just last week. And she has her share of critics because she's been pretty vocal, I would say, over the past couple years about a number of different things. I think for the most part, it is the Caitlin Clark fans. And, I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark too, even if I am a little bit more on the casual side of women's basketball. And Angel Reese, she kind of denies it. Seems like there's a rivalry there. And again, she'll turn it down every time. I kind of wish she would just embrace the fact that no, she doesn't like Caitlin Clark, or, at least that she openly, I just want her to be open about the fact that there is some sort of tension there, and she kind of downplays it and makes it seem like we're all sort of making this up, even though it's pretty clear from all of her sort of subliminal shots that there is at least something. But, that's all besides the point. But, yesterday, she put up a very impressive stat line against Atlanta: 11 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. And her streak of double-doubles continues, but it looked like that was not going to be the case. The Sky were up 76-69 with, 10 seconds left in the game. I think it was 14 specifically, when Kennedy Carter grabbed a defensive rebound, dribbled it up the court, and looked like she was ready to just dribble out the clock. But Angel Reese then ran down the court and then started posting up a defender and was calling for the ball a bunch. Carter didn't really realize what was going on. Ultimately, she passed it to a teammate who gave it to Reese, who tried to throw up a shot quickly, and she ended up getting fouled and going to the free throw line to knock them both down. And at that point, those were her 10th and 11th points. So she officially clinched the double-double there with those free throws. And, it's really not that big of a deal. And I want to sort of start by saying this, that, the unwritten rule of, not scoring when the game is over, I understand there are different opinions on it. I think it's weak when there is sort of no rivalry or anything. Like, I love when things get chippy, and if somebody wants to throw down a mean dunk at the end of the game just to sort of give an FU to the other team if there's some bad blood, like, I'm always for the drama there. But this was purely an individual accolade thing where she only had 9 points, and she knew that, her double-double streak, frankly, is kind of the biggest argument for her to win the Rookie of the Year award. Now, I'm sure that she's not thinking about Caitlin Clark specifically when she's going about this, but the game is over, and she is trying to, stat padding is a sort of buzzword that gets thrown around a lot, I feel like, in the overarching basketball community, but that is exactly what this is, because she understood she needed one more point to get to a certain mark that, quantifies a double-double, and, it was for nothing other than her own personal glory, which, at the same time, I understand the buzzer hasn't sounded yet. If anybody on Atlanta felt that passionate about it, they should have played better defense. Again, I'm saying this sort of from the side here, from my couch, essentially, and it means nothing to her ultimately, and that's totally fine. I just feel like now as a basketball community, we're going to continue to praise this streak that, I just think that double doubles and triple doubles have been overrated for some time. And I think that the tip of the iceberg was when Russell Westbrook won his MVP. Thunder were a 5 seed, and Russ had an incredible season, and I understand it was history because the fact that it hadn't been done since Oscar Robertson, when TVs were still playing games in black and white. But it was, I think that it's so overblown. I thought that James Harden deserved the MVP. I think this was 2017 that went down in the NBA. And it's just, I don't know. I really don't think that a double-double or a triple-double is that, inducive of winning. Now, that being said, pretty sure you look at the numbers, there was some interesting trends in terms of the Nuggets record when Jokic recorded a triple-double versus when he didn't. And the same can be said for Westbrook as well. So I know I'm also sort of disproving my own point here, but there is no argument that those extra 2 points from Angel Reese, did anything other than boost her own ego and resume. And again, it's not the end of the world by any means if this is how she's gonna, go about it. But she's made it very clear that she cares a lot about this record, and, she should have pride in it. Like, this is, obviously, she's making history as a rookie. So, give her flowers for that. But I just think it's it's stupid how we glorify these stats. And, you're talking, I am somebody who played my share of, rec league basketball, and I probably never recorded a double-double myself. So, maybe I'm not the most qualified person to be talking about this, but I still just think that it's kind of ridiculous, the glory that we put on, these types of accomplishments when, it's just going to continue on here. We're going to completely forget about this. The fact that she went to this extent to keep the streak going, but it's very clearly something that she is taking into account when she's playing these games. And again, find your personal motivation anywhere in life, really, like whatever it takes. But I just think that it's kind of a ridiculous practice that we do to, glorify a streak that, again, means nothing. And then when you read articles about what went down yesterday, it's her further solidifying herself as the front runner for the Rookie of the Year award. Why, though? Because she scored 2 free throws when the game was already over, and not just, fourth quarter stats adding on or whatever. Like, I know that Jason Tatum, during the finals this past year, if you weren't a Jason Tatum fan, there were people saying, oh, well, he was, stat padding and trying to stat pad in the fourth quarter or whatever, and add on to his averages and whatnot. But at that point, even if it was a double-digit lead, 15-point lead at that point, the Celtics had just shown in Game 3 that they were capable of blowing a 20-point lead. There's no time to take your foot off the gas there. Like, this game was legitimately over with 6 seconds left, and Angel Reese was going out of her way to make this happen. And again, I'm talking about something that I understand is kind of stupid and really is not that big of a deal, but it's just something that I felt pretty strongly about, and I think that it goes to the overall basketball community of the way that we prop up these things that really aren't that significant. And I think at this point I am out on the double-double streak with Angel Reese. Now, she can be a really good player and impact winning, and again, she was incredible defensively yesterday, so I'm not saying that takes away from her as a player, but from here on out, I don't care about that double-double streak, and that doesn't really fit as an argument to me as to what the value of Angel Reese is. And I don't know. Let me know in the comments section if you think I'm being too harsh on this. But that is all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for tuning into the GSMC Sports Podcast. Thank you to the GSMC Sports Network for allowing us to host this show. Remember to like, follow, subscribe. Check us out on social media as well for more exclusive short content. And we will be back tomorrow afternoon, same time as always, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And we will see you then. Take care. Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go.